Oh my goodness, I think we are live. Woo! Awesome. Good morning and happy Money Monday, Rich Babes. It is finally time to get started on the next round, the February 2019 round of Rich Babe Academy. First and foremost, I would love to hear from those of you who are live right now with me. Can you hear me okay? And can you see me okay? I just want to confirm that before I go down the rabbit hole of money manifestation and then, God forbid, recognize that my camera was not working properly or neither was my audio. So I'd love to hear from you real quick that you can see me, you can hear me, everything is good. Good morning. I love how many of you are live with me right now. This is so awesome. And even if you're watching the recording, I promise you're going to get everything that they are getting. You're going to get the same energy and excitement. I trust, woo, my camera's adjusting over there. I trust that everything will be transmuted and transformed and transmitted to you in the same way that it is for those of you watching the live stream right now. Okay, all good. Awesome. So happy Monday, happy Money Monday, or whenever you are watching this. I am so freaking stoked for this round, you guys, especially since it is obviously updated, especially modules 1 and 2. And in module 1, I'm doing something that I've never before done. I've never offered before. It is something that I've used plenty on my private clients. I've used plenty on my VIP breakthrough days. So the hypnosis, the very first hypnosis that is like honestly the bulk of the work of module 1, is something that I personally have used on myself so much to help me break through to my next level and help me eliminate self-sabotage and help me raise my financial thermostat. And this is something that I've done with so many of my clients, and I recognized with all of the new knowledge that I've gained in the last year and a half and all of the new trainings that I've taken and the new tools I've learned and the new modalities that I've picked up, I've decided to combine the best of the best and give you the best inside of Rich Babe Academy. And if you have done my other courses like Manifestation Babe Academy even, which is an intensive course, of course, I think that Rich Babe Academy just does a healing on a whole nother level. It is like a journey unlike anything that you may have ever experienced. So depending on how down the rabbit hole you are on doing the inner work, this might be the very first time that you've ever experienced something like Rich Babe Academy, but I'm super passionate about it because it's literally the culmination of 3 years of my most intensive money mindset work. And I have done my best to lay out the new Rich Babe Academy, the new updated version, in a way that's gonna not overwhelm you, but also allow you to get the most results, okay? I don't wanna talk too much because I will discuss some of the logistics and some of the stuff that I'm literally dying to share with you. And, you know, obviously I automatically wanna introduce myself and my story, especially if you're brand new to this world and maybe you just jumped right into Rich Babe Academy off of like my Instagram or my podcast, which that's freaking awesome. Welcome. I'm so just honored and feel so privileged to serve you. And it's just amazing to hear that I've made such an impact via one of those avenues to where you want to jump into the next level. And some of you maybe have invested in other things and slowly climbed up the ladder or maybe down the ladder into the depths of this intensive inner work. So I'm going to go ahead and share my slides, and I will give you all of my slides. I will give you the workbook. I will give you the hypnosis. I'll give you everything that I'm sharing with you. So please take notes. Because I believe that we retain the most amount of information when we put pen to paper. But honestly, don't worry about copying things word for word right now. Just the things that are sticking out most to you are the biggest aha moments. I do believe it's important to take notes, but I will also be giving you the slides. So you don't have to worry too much about thinking that this is just gonna go poof and disappear, and then you'll never remember what I talked about. So many more things I wanna say, but I'm gonna go ahead and share my screen right now. Oh my God, I'm already, hold on. I don't want to be on the last slide. I want to be on the first slide. Okay. I'm going to push play. Let me know you can see this okay. I'm assuming you can, just because I am also live with you and I can see what's going on. Yay, lots of first timers. Well, of course there's gonna be a lot of first timers in this round because I have a graduate group and you guys are the very first people to experience the new updated version. But Yay! Super excited. So welcome again to the Rich Babe Academy. This is the 6-week academy to mastering your money mindset, rebuilding your relationship with money, and unlocking financial abundance for life. So module 1 is about getting to the root of it all. So we are going back to the very root of whatever is going on for you financially. So maybe it's self-sabotage, maybe it's a belief, maybe it's a fear, maybe it's a worry, maybe it's an unexplained limiting belief or an unexplained situation that you keep getting into with money. We're gonna go down to the root and we're just gonna rip it out. So that's how we're gonna start module 1. And for some of us, this could be more intense than for others. For some of us, it could be a little more emotional than others. For some of us, it's kind of like, oh, that wasn't too bad. And for some of us, it's like, whoa, I need a nap, right? I need to rest. I need to give myself a break. This is so intense, but I promise you that the outcome is going to be the most positive, uplifting, very light experience of your life. When you commit to doing the deep inner work and you just release what's holding you back and you rip out the root of whatever is holding you back, I promise you, like magic happens, okay? Welcome again, Rich Babe. So first and foremost, I'm so excited that you are here and you freaking did it. I know that this was not an easy decision for probably most of you because most of us are conditioned to operate from fear and most of us are conditioned to operate from scarcity. We are conditioned to operate from the belief that when money is invested, it disappears instead of when money is invested, it comes back to us tenfold. So I am so happy and so excited that you decided to have trust and have faith and make your way inside of the Rich Babe Academy. First of all, I just want to warn you, and this is a really good warning, I promise, is prepare to do whatever it truly takes to be a massive success. And I'm literally going to equip you with the tools, the resources, the everything that you could possibly need to be a massive success. I do not hold back in Rich Babe, and when Rich Babe's over, I am not going to give you the next level. Like there is no next level to Rich Babe. I'm giving you everything, okay? 99% of the work in this course is inner work, okay? Here's the thing. Most of you already know what to do with your money in a conventional wisdom way. What I mean by that is you guys already know, save for a rainy day, spend less than you earn, make sure you're investing your money. If you want more money, you better work harder. Like all of these things that we constantly hear from conventional wisdom, how well is that working for you? Right? All of these things that you already know, like you guys, we hear this over and over and over again. Some of us may have been even finance majors in college, like Brennan, who is my husband, and he didn't even understand this inner work around money. And he didn't even start money manifesting until he did the inner work when it came to money. And when you do the inner work, you can then apply the most aligned and appropriate wisdom from the inner work. Right? The most appropriate and aligned action steps from the inner work that you have done. But if you just apply conventional wisdom, you guys, obviously on some level it's keeping you stuck. You're not yet, I'm assuming most of you are not yet millionaires, or you haven't yet reached your goals, or you haven't yet reached that level of freedom that you desire. There's some part of you that is still playing small and still listening to everyone else and still listening to this old conventional wisdom that gets passed down and around to all of us, right? But obviously something is missing. Your subconscious mind doesn't want you to take the right action because it's not in alignment with the action steps. So some part of your belief system is not in alignment with the action that you know you should be taking, because you know there are action steps that you should be taking, yet something is either keeping you delaying them, or keeping you from admitting that you know what to do, or keeping you from seeing the possibilities and the opportunities that are right in front of you, okay? This is literally a subconscious mind workout, especially module 1. Module 1 is entirely a subconscious mind workout. I'm going to give you a nice introduction to what we are doing. I'm going to share with you some content, of course. I'm going to share with you some examples, but the majority of the work that you're doing for module 1 is the stuff that you're going to take home with you as homework. And please don't look at the word homework as this negative thing, right? As this thing that used to hold you back from playing as a kid. I promise you, homework means more inner work, very helpful inner work, reflection work, journaling work. But then you're also going to have the hypnosis this week, and it's going to be one big subconscious mind workout. The reason why this is a subconscious mind workout is because we want to make manifesting money easy and effortless. Like, for how many of you is it not yet easy and effortless? For most of you, you probably have never given your subconscious mind a workout, so therefore you are having a harder time when it comes to manifesting money. And I'm super excited about it, and I love everything about the subconscious mind, and I love to give my subconscious mind a workout all the time, because it really does. When it gets stronger, your life gets easier. When you program it according to the results and the outcomes that you want to see in your life, things just become, it's not like all of a sudden your challenges and your problems go away, because they really don't, you guys. I have the same amount of problems today as I did when I was broke, okay? Literally the same amount of problems. It's just that they're upgraded problems, and I have a lot more solutions for them, and I can actually pay for solutions. Like, I can solve them so much faster, and they don't affect me as much, is because my subconscious mind has been programmed to be very, very strong. And that's exactly what you're gonna do, especially in week 1, and honestly, every single week from this point forward. So a little bit about me, okay, is that I am a self-made millionaire at the age of 25. I've impacted over 100,000 lives with my work so far, and I am living a life today compared to where I was 2-3 years ago now, beyond my wildest imagination. And I today am so happy to say that, yes, there is some limitation to what I'm about to say technically, but from based off of the vision that I've had up until this point, and based off of my mindset now, I don't make a single decision based on cost, price, and money. If there's ever something that perhaps I don't have the money for exactly in my bank account right now, I am never making a decision and automatically saying no to it because I technically cannot purchase it right now. I have shifted my language, I've shifted my beliefs, I've shifted my mindset to be able to see everything as a possibility for me. And of course, buy all the things that I want, and not have to look at the price on the menu anymore, not have to walk into a store and immediately look at the price tag before I purchase something. If I like something, I can buy it. If I want to support someone, I can give them whatever it is that they need to be supported. If I want to help a charity, I can write a check, right? So for the first time ever in my life, I've started to experience real freedom, and I pretty much do what I want when I want with whomever I want. For example, I will be doing the RBA Q&A from Las Vegas on Wednesday, just because Brennan and I, my husband, feel like we want to go hang out in Vegas for the next couple days. And yes, we're gonna get things done and still run our business from there. But it's like, just because we want to go to Vegas and we have that kind of freedom, and we have the money to do so, the time to do so, the capabilities to do so, we're just getting on a flight tonight as soon as I'm done with the module and have set you guys up with the workbook, the hypnosis, the recording, and everything like that. Like, I'm getting on a plane and going to Vegas. And this is literally the result of doing this work. And above all of this, like, this is nice. This just gives me credibility, right? This just makes, presents me in a way where you're like, okay, I'm going to listen to you. I'm going to listen to this girl, because perhaps on some level you kind of want the same, maybe the same or something very similar, maybe even more, or maybe even less, but there's this part of you inside that just knows you're meant for more. You just know that you are meant for more, and you get to experience more just because you have that feeling within you, just because you have that little seed inside of you, inside of your heart. But above all of this, how I impact you in this course matters to me more than any of the above, because I'm at the stage in my life where my priorities have shifted, and I'm here to give back. And I'm here to literally share with you everything that I know, challenge you, of course, but also love on you too. And just share and share and share. And I feel like it's my duty and obligation to show you how to live your dream life and show you how to manifest all the money that you could possibly ever want, because I have done it. And if I could do it, because I'm about to share a little bit more about myself, I believe that anyone can. So the real me, right? This is all great, but the real me is I was a super painfully shy and awkward Russian immigrant. So growing up, I have had some traumas in my past, and you guys will know exactly what I'm talking about, especially when we get into the hypnosis, where I grew up in a violent household with an abusive father. And my father was never abusive to me, but he was very abusive towards my mom. And I had a very, very messed up money story, especially because most of the fights that would happen when I was a kid were always over money. It was always like, you know, we were on welfare. We couldn't afford much. Sometimes my parents had no idea how to feed me. Sometimes they had no idea how to feed themselves. Sometimes at one point in time, there was an earthquake. I don't know if you guys are familiar with the Northridge 1994 earthquake. That destroyed our apartment completely, where my parents were literally like left homeless. Like they ran outside of them and my family, because we were like 4 families living in one single apartment. They all ran out on the street and literally had nowhere to go, had no clothes, like everything was just destroyed. And so, of course, that causes tension. And of course, as my mom wants to pursue her dreams and go to medical school, my dad is like, no, you need to stay home, or you need to not stay home. He's like, you need to make money. You need to go work. You need to go be a waitress, or you need to go be a grocery store clerk, or you need to make some sort of money. There's just tension constantly in my household, especially around money. And so I really attached, you know, the meaning that I attached is anytime money was involved, I would feel physical pain. Like I would literally feel inside my body pain. I equated money equals pain. And that's what limited me so much in my life. I also, because I constantly felt pain on a consistent basis, and my focus was always on pain, and my focus was always on, you know, the not so good side of life. I believe now as an adult, looking back, that I attracted severe bullying in elementary school, in middle school, and in high school, just because I was always in a fear vibration. And so not the happiest childhood, but I'm so, so grateful for it, because this is literally, I take my pains and my frustrations and my fears from my past that I have healed up until this point, and I've literally just channeled it into my work, into freeing others. And I'm really here to free you of your money story. It can be more extreme than mine. It could be less extreme than mine. It could sound very similar to mine. Either way, I believe that we can all free ourselves, okay? I feel more free today than I've ever felt before, and that doesn't mean that my inner work is done. I still work on myself every freaking day, okay? Like every day there's a new level, there's a new challenge, there's a new something to overcome, but that also means that every day there's a new level of freedom, there's a new level of financial freedom, there's a new level of happiness and fulfillment and joy, and it just keeps getting better and better and better. Up until I was about 16 years old, I really lived my life through the lens of a victim. And when I was 16 years old, my best friend in high school handed me a book. And she said, Kathrin, it was like completely out of the blue, out of nowhere, that she handed me this book. And she said, Kathrin, this book is why my grandpa has everything that he wants in life, and why he doesn't work for money. Money works for him. And I remember being 16 years old and being like, this sounds amazing. I will take this book, you know, like I am sold. And I remember going home and just reading it from cover to cover, and the whole time to me, and it's so interesting because for most people who live their lives through the lens of a victim, not understanding how life has always been happening for them. And of course that takes time to develop, but it's so interesting because for most people, I've noticed that when people are really stuck in their stories and not understanding that literally everything's been formulating so that they could free themselves and help other people, they hear about something like the law of attraction and they just get angry. They're like, how did I attract that in my life? That's impossible, blah, 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 blah. Like that just pisses me off. And the whole time I remember reading the book and being like, wow, this makes sense. this makes sense why up until this point I felt so out of control. I felt like life was always happening to me. I felt like life was just a random occurrence day after day. I could not control anything. People just got lucky. The successful people just won the lottery. Like, I literally thought the only way you can be rich is if you win the lottery. Of course, because my dad would always say that, but I also just was, it was just a completely different way of thinking up until I was 16. And after I read the book, The Secret, even though I was not a master in manifestation, right away, it just helped shift me. It just helped me look at life a different way and help me go on this journey to pick up resource after resource, mentor after mentor, person after person, course after course. Eventually I went on this journey to where I'm pretty sure, yes, so I mentioned it here, where the biggest transformation of my life occurred when I went to a Tony Robbins event in October of 2015, and immediately after, I made massive life changes in my life. So I broke up with my boyfriend of 7 years, almost 7 years. I decided not to go to medical school, and I also, what else did I do? I also decided to move to Los Angeles. And right behind me outside my window is Beverly Hills, like the hills of Beverly Hills. So yes, I live in LA now. And I just made all of these massive changes. And it was very massive. It was very life-shifting. Things didn't go smoothly at first, but making those changes in my life inspired me to start a business. And that business today is Manifestation Babe. Obviously, you're familiar with it because you're here right now. And I've just used this business from that moment to just channel my past pains and just share everything that I've picked up and learned with others so that I can help them free themselves. And I'm not here to change you. I'm here to help yourself change yourself, okay? I'm here to help you change you, okay? I love all your guys' comments. This is so awesome. Yay, okay. So I committed 2016 to working harder on my money mindset than anything else. It was around the time when I really decided to allow this business, that I really wanted this business to take off. I recognized that I need to go back because I've read so many money manifestation books, right? It's not like I discovered money manifestation resources when I was in 2016. Like, I've already read Think and Grow Rich up until that point. I've bought so many books. I bought some of Joe Vitale's books, which I'm now rediscovering. Like, I had the information, but it wasn't until I recognized that my business was not taking off to the level that I desired, and I was obviously not attracting money into my life at all, that I committed 2016 to working harder on my money mindset than anything else. I just studied people who are actually wealthy. I just studied people who thought differently about money, and I just asked myself, like, what separates them from the average earner, and how can I implement their thought process